Hello, this is Stevie Steve. Now, this is my third time recording this. I've been interrupted and I've fucked up in a bad way. Now, if I end up just freaking out, don't judge me, and I'm very unprofessional. So, I'm more professional to actually do this. Now, interrupted, and now, if you've watched The Big Bang Theory, as of now, I'm currently fucking Howard Wolowitz. Now I'm not that fucking old. I'm only 16. So, I don't care. I'm annoyed. Anyway, I'm going to start off on a happy note. I have been a fan of anime for a long time. And the only reason I'm saying this is because this is a manga review, and I'm going to get into how I got into manga and how this video came to be. So I've been very interested in anime for a long time, since I was like fucking 5 or 6, whenever the fuck I started watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That's pretty much when. And also Digimon. Digimon's very superior to Pokemon. Pokemon was just produced better. That's all it was. Well, why? Because in Digimon, the character is not fucking 17. In fact, the character is probably dead now. The first one, that is. Second one, too. Now, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, he's been, 10, I think? 12 for, the last fucking, I'm gonna say about, I think 19 seasons. 20 or 19. Point exactly. It's more realistic for Digimon. I know, I'm not saying realistic against anime. Now, I've been into anime for a long time. I've been watching Toonami, which is a Cartoon Network thing on Saturday nights. Now, I enjoyed it. I started watching Attack on Titan, and I enjoyed it. I watched Gurren Lagann before it came on there, and watched it twice before it was on there. Told it to my friends the week after that. It came on. I didn't realize it, but it was amazing. Anyway, I have a friend. I have a friend who was also into manga and anime and also watched Toonami. I was like, yo, you watch Toonami too? That's so fucking awesome. That's amazing. That's super awesome. And I also have some other friends that do. But they don't have Dish. Dish is a dick. They lost Cartoon Network for 5 weeks. I missed 5 episodes of several different series. This is whatever. Anyway, he got me started on manga. I believe that's the proper pronunciation, because I've heard 2 people that are more geeks than I am say it. Those people are Sheldon Cooper and that fucking host from King of the Nerds. Anyway, me and my friends pronounce as manga. I rather pronounce as manga, but because people are probably not, it's going to sound much better as manga, please note, if you want to pronounce it correctly, Google as much as you can to make sure you find out how it's pronounced correctly, because I'm not 100% sure. I know one thing's for sure. It fucking isn't manga. So I'm pronouncing it as manga during this, but I believe it's pronounced as manga. Anyway, he got me started on manga. Gotta get back to saying manga now. When I was in 9th grade, because I'm in 9th grade now. Anyway, he got me started with Death Note. And then I finished Death Note sometime around September. Anyway, he started reading Full Metal Alchemist, and well, what happened was I saw him just like, hey, can I start borrowing those? He's like, yeah, awesome. Like, yay, I'm reading Full Metal Alchemist because I started watching on Toonami when it was not Toonami on Cartoon Network. Before it was Toonami on Cartoon Network, so yeah, basically I was watching it well before it was actually Toonami was completely a thing on Cartoon Network. Tom wasn't there. It was just like, anime on Saturday night. So, anyway, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. Then we started reading Attack on Titan. Now, that was on Toonami for a while, and like I said, Dish had a problem with that. I was annoyed. I missed 5 episodes of Attack on Titan along with Gurren Lagann. Yeah. Anyway. I'm very unprofessional, by the way. Just so you know. Anyway. I started reading that. We got through it just about a month before Christmas break. We had a discussion. What would be the next anime to read, or manga to read? He said he was getting started on either one of 2 things. Hellsing or High School of the Dead. Now, that after the break and after that first week, I said, hey, I'm going to go get High School of the Dead, and you can read it from mine. So anyway, he goes to Barnes & Noble's to get his thing. Now, I went to Barnes & Noble's the weekend after that weekend. I got High School of the Dead Volume 1. Why did I only get Volume 1? For 2 reasons. A, because I saw something interesting by far more than what that was. Then, B, they didn't have Volume 2, and I didn't want to buy Volume 3 and get started on it. Now, because of where I'm at in this manga, which was I actually got into it in the anime, which was only like fucking 1 season and 5 volumes in. And this is a 14-volume manga, so to say the least, I'm very interested in this now. Anyway, oh yeah, this is very different from most mangas I've seen. Instead of it being like only 3 to 5 chapters, it's average of 6 to 8. Now, also it has extras as well, which is also nice. Now, this manga is very graphic. It has nudity, and how I read it at school was amazing. I read each of these big things in a day each. 3 of them in a day each. Now that's a lot even for manga and comic books. Now, this is a series I got in through because of my connections on the role-playing for XCOM. Now, that's what the other videos with my face on it is. And now, I was started by Christopher Odd, and I am a fan of him, and I can't watch any of his things and get into any of the role-playing, and I'm very sad. Anyway, a friend of mine, Zombie Spitter, I haven't seen that name in forever, so I don't remember, recommended this to me along with Hellsing and I think like 2 other animes. So I watched the one that she recommended to me that I have right in my hand, and I don't know why I'm avoid saying it because maybe your friend may be showing this to you. I don't know. But the manga and anime is called Dance in the Vampire Bund. Now, also, I might warn you, this is borderline pedophilic. And I will get to that later on. And I'm probably just lost like 2 viewers right there. Why do I say 2? Because I know there's only like going to be 4 people watching this. So, until like 20 years from now, and maybe like, assuming that YouTube's around by then. No, of course I don't know, and YouTube could have just like exploded today, and like tomorrow it's like, I'm gonna upload my video. I was like, no! Anyway, I watched it, and like I said, it's only like 5 volumes in for the manga, and it's 1 season. It was good. It was interesting. I didn't realize how much, like seriously, how that did not kick off was a little bit understandable. But if they would have made room for the budget to continue it to volume 9 at least, the fucking series would have skyrocketed. And that's the last one I'm stuck on currently. Now, I'm very annoyed because I regret buying High School of the Dead now because I won't fucking volumes 10 through 12, which I saw at Barnes & Nobles as well. I wish I got that instead of High School of the Dead. That's amazing. Anyway, now, I read this one yesterday at school. Now, I had to cover it up and censor it with a sheet of paper. That was plan A. I had plan B. I said, plan B will probably work more. I have the Divergent trilogy, and I said, Allegiance is the biggest one, so I'll take the cover off that and put it on that. Did it work? No. Too thin. The spine. Anyway, so I said, fuck it, I'll just cover up the front cover because, at least I'm censoring most of it because it's not gonna, stay up on its fucking bottom now, is it? No. Why? Because I'm gonna put it on the bottom now. I'm gonna show you that this, now, in your own scale, for your school, tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, whether this would be taken up immediately or not. 1 being, they would have glanced at it and said, whatever. Yeah, you probably should be reading that. And 10 being, they didn't even glance at it. They saw it immediately. They stared at it for like half a second and said, fuck no, you're not reading that in this school. No. Also, I might have to apologize for the quality, because, I have a very crappy, computer and crappy pretty much everything that has to do with my computer. Now, this is the back of the cover, and that's borderline pedophilic, because even though she's a vampire that's probably, 200 years old or some shit, she's actually, in the body of more of, a 12-year-old, so, yeah. Now, you might be wondering why they look so much similar. Why does the other one have bigger tits? Read the first manga, and you'll understand. Actually, you might have to read the second volume to fully understand, but the first one gives you suspicions. It also does not, because of how it eludes you. But, anyway, this is a very good manga. Now, I'm currently waiting for the next volume, just because of the way Volume 9 ended. It's amazing. It ended with a cliche, but it was an amazing way they portrayed it. Amazing. Now, this is officially trampled over every single top 5 anime that I've had. Now, I've never included manga, and now it's official. I cannot do anime top 5. I have to include manga in the anime for top 5. Now, why? Because anime is usually considered better than manga. Why? Because you're only watching it. You're not reading. You might say, that says 5 times 5 and but that's about it. You might read 5 things in the fucking episode. With a manga, you're reading every fucking detail. Unless it's a subbed anime. Then, that's you. So, this in a day is a lie. Now, this series is officially trampled over Gurren Lagann, in my opinion, just because of how well they display the mystery, the action, and all that. They do an amazing job. Superb. Now, I'm going to start with the story. The story is about a 17-year-old who just turned 17-year-old, immediately. It starts off with, the entire story starts off with, a young boy asking the Queen of Monsters, "Why do you look so sad?" The Queen of Monsters says, if I will stop being sad if you promise to serve me forever and be my bitch. Not really, but pretty much. Just serve me forever. Anyway, he does that, and yay, she's not gonna be sad anymore. Yay! So that boy turns out to be that dude who just turned 17. Now, in the first manga, he kind of saves the prince. No, anyway, you see, you can clearly tell that he's a werewolf because of just how things end up playing out. Now, I'm not spoiling anything major, but it's like, oh, he's a werewolf. Now, I will put in annotations that this is gonna have spoilers. So if you don't have annotations and you just listen to that, I'm very sorry. There's going to be spoilers. Now, I'm gonna say this. It starts off a little weird and sad because after that, a chick, which actually is a very major part in the story, and I hate where it's happened, where it is now, because I love it because I hate it. Anyway, she confesses her undying love to him, and there's a reason that he does this, but he says, no, we cannot date. Now, there's two reasons, and one of them is more acceptable than the other, I guess, but this boy has to serve the princess of all monsters. Now, this boy is 17, like I said. His father is the leader of the secret organization of werewolves who protect the princess and do other werewolf things and other vampire things. Anyway, what happens is that he takes them to the princess's castle. Like a little girl walks up to the dude like, here's some flowers. And this happens after, like, maids like, okay, we need to get you dressed. You can't come in here like this. Seriously, what the fuck are you doing? Like, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Anyway, and they're like, oh, that's more of my style. When he picks up the flower in his anyway, he walks to the princess, and the princess asks, will you serve undying to me? Or whatever the words were. I guess I'm very unprofessional. I currently don't have either volumes with me right now because... like the first two omnibuses. I have no idea how the plural that is, by the way. And, or with friends. Anyway, the princess says, yes, will you undyingly serve me forever? He says, and I do quote this one, I know this, hell no. Turns out, it wasn't the princess. The fucking little girl that gave him a flower was the princess. Now, yeah, it was really good, actually. You're like, oh, yeah. Anyway, now, this is where it becomes borderline pedophilic. Why? Because they go to her chambers, yada, yada, yada. She, like, strips down naked. Pretty much you see nipples, and actually it's nipples. Like I said, full nudity. In fact, there's actually one page where it's full frontal nudity, but they don't draw, like, a vagina or anything, and I'm doing that out of, I'm already gonna be cursing and cussing, whatever, a lot in this, so, yeah. It's only suitable for it. Anyway, he rubs the a lotion of sunblock SPF 1 billion on her, so it's only available for like 15 minutes. So he does the bag and like, I'm gonna do the front, and she starts doing the front, and he's like, you see nipples. Anyway, what happens is she puts on like a little small coat, like you'll see most of her body. And oh, by the way, I did mention that she's wearing panties, didn't I? No? Okay, you pervert for thinking of anything bad. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, the nudity in this is not fucking perverted. It's more of a blunt. It's not sexualized for the most part. For the most part, it's not sexualized at all. It's just very brute, and it's just like, it's there. You either accept it, you don't, or you're a fucking pervert. One of those threes. So, anyway, she's like, I'm gonna go out in the sun. It's like, oh yeah, there wasn't enough of that stuff to cover my entire front. Or like right above her heart, and she even like kind of like a tease, I guess you would say. It's like she lifts up the like cover, and like you see like the nipple, and it's like, anyway, like you see like right in the heart, and like right in the heart is where it's supposed to be. And it's like the dude's like, no, I'm supposed to protect you. No, like, don't you dare go out there. It's like, too late, I'm going out there. Anyway, this is where an attack starts happening and people start blowing things up. And it's like, no. Anyway, so she gets to the top of a tower. And it's like right there, so he jumps up there, saves her, and this is pretty much where you find out he's pretty much a werewolf. If you don't fucking put 2 and 2 together, either you didn't pay attention or I don't know what else to say without insulting you. So that's pretty much the first volume in a nutshell. The first half of the volume. Anyway, now I'm gonna. This is a very funny thing. They actually do break the wall a few times. Now, in the first volume, they like sleep in the same bed for a moment, just for a moment, not like sexually, but like you do see a face like this, kind of, anyway, like, because she took a ring that was given to him by the chick that proclaimed her love for him and did that. So yeah, he does want to hold it dear, even though it's silver. Now, if you don't know werewolves, and you're an idiot because are you very protected? I'm very sorry for you if you're very protected. I mean, seriously. Werewolves are just universally known almost. Anyway, werewolves can't touch silver. It hurts them a lot. Anyway. Oh yeah, in Skyrim, I'm a werewolf that wields a silver sword. Anyway, so, things happen, yada yada yada. They get into bed together, and for a moment, like, you need to spend. She's like, you need to spend the night with me. It's like, what do you mean? Like, damn, she's cute. She's cute, but damn, she's scary. It's like, I mean, sleeping beside me, you idiot. And it's like, like I guess you would say the thought text, like, doesn't have a bubble. It says, they would cancel this manga otherwise. Like, well, they officially packed up the fourth wall and tossed it out the door. And another, like, volume 6, I believe. Volume 6, good volume. Anyway, another, a new character appears in, and a cat fight, and I'm very sorry about this trap, but if you fall for this trap, I'm warning you now. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for it. I fell for it, and thankfully I'm not one of those people that like, ooh, I have a manga that shows nudity, I'm gonna jack off to this. No, I'm actually very respectful toward manga and things like that. So, yeah, basically what happens is it's, like, ooh, yay, like, fight, and like, so what happens is, like, you know the snap thing, like, when someone snaps, anyway, it does the onomatopoeia above her head, the princess's head, snap, you know, and that's like, the character that proclaimed their love, and those two became friends, yay, starts going, I thought I heard something, anyway, a few little blocks down after you read a little bit, it's like, you hear the boxing bell, ding ding, it's like, okay, now I've heard something, breaks the fourth wall. Now, I've not seen it break the fourth wall other than those other 2 times, but I could be an idiot. It does give you information during certain areas and all that. Anyway, this manga is amazing. I'm going to suggest you go at least find some website on the internet and read the first fucking volume. At least. Because it's really good. If not the first volume, the first, like, 2 chapters. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. I mean, like, I don't have fucking 10 through 12, and that really annoys me because it's amazing. And there's 14 in this, and there's a crossover with, the young Miss Holmes or some shit. I don't care about that. It's, like, right there in the middle of chapter 6 or 7. Yeah, I think 6. Anyway, there's yeah, let's see. I don't know about this one. I don't know if it's like a side story or if it's like it's gonna be a side story regardless, but it's called Dive in the Vampire Bund, which I think might be a reference to, someone else going into the bund because they turned into a vampire or something. I think I heard this from a friend. So, oh yeah, to get to the vampire bund. Why is it called the vampire bund? Because this chick is trying to, and she is trying to, create a nation for vampires. And it's just outside of Tokyo Bay. Now, there's a big dispute, like, oh yeah, I'm a vampire. Oh, some chick is trying to blow up the fucking princess. Let's prove that that vampires exist by killing her. Oh yeah, that's a big spoiler, actually. I'm sorry. But, anyway. Yeah, this princess is trying to create a nation for all vampires to come here. Now, it's not necessarily all vampires. Her main goal is to create a sanctuary for these things called Fangless. Now, just knowing that's vampires and Fangless, you can fucking put two and two together. If you can't, I'm very sorry. Basically, I'm gonna explain it anyway. Fangless are vampires who didn't want to lose touch of their humanity, so what they did was they pulled out their fangs. Now, they were shunned by both vampires and humans alike. That's a sad story. Now, vampires, if you're smart enough, you're going to put two and two together regardless. Vampires, the first to go are their friends and family, mainly their family. So, they usually leave their family. Yeah, it's sad. Now, where I'm at, I'm enjoying it so much. I can't wait. I'm rereading all 3 omnibuses this weekend. Oh, and I'm going to read it over and over and over until I can get the next volumes and the final volumes. I'm going to enjoy this. Like, this is number 1 in an anime list. And it's a manga. So, I'm going to say this is pretty damn good. Now, I'm going to rate this on several different things. Now, perversion. You have to have perversion because it's a manga / anime. Now, because I said it's brute and blunt nudity, it's automatically going to lose points on perversion for that, because if it's like Jig or like High School DxD, oh man, that would be fucking shot up. It's brute, but it's pervertedly brute. Anyway, what happened? So, I'm going to do this a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being not perverted at all, 10 being excessively perverted, 11 being too perverted. You don't even want to watch it. Like, this is fucking Futabu. By the way, don't look that up on the fucking internet, because you will fucking go fucking batshit crazy unless you're into that kind of stuff. If you know what futa means, and yeah. Boo, I'm assuming means club. Anyway, there are a few areas that are slightly perverted, like, ooh, yay, panties, and things like that, people's skirts. I'm gonna do it about 8. I'm gonna say 8. 2 points are gone because it's just brute. It's there. You don't, like, if you look at it pervertedly, that's you. That's not the story. That's just it being there. Now, there's a few other places that are very perverted. Like classic, chicks sleep over. Let's grope each other's breasts. Now, that's a slight spoiler, but that's a spoiler. Because pretty much everything you're going to say about the story is going to be a spoiler. Now, the next thing is, content. Now, this is mainly about quality of the content, not content. You have, this is both about art and, the actual wording and the story. I'm gonna give this a 9.5. Because the art is amazing. There's so many good things about it. I enjoy the story. It's very amazing. Now, by the way, if you're going like, oh, this must be a very good fucking thing. Wait, why are you using I now? Well, because every review is an opinion. If you think otherwise, I feel sorry for you. Now, review based off of a mass majority is different. That's more factual than opinion-based. But you have to ask, like, people that are fans of general anime. Why? Because if you ask someone who hates anime and says it's gay, they're automatically going to tank it down. So, yeah. Anyway, the final one is overall. Overall, with it being, I'm probably gonna add more to like the reviews as I go on, because like I said, I don't have a script. I'm probably gonna put a script together eventually. So this is amazing. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm gonna show you the cover one more time, just for 7 through 9. This is not the first one. Like I said, that's the first. That's 7 through 9. It's very yeah. It's really good though. That's the side, and then the back is, like I said, borderline pedophilic, but she's a vampire that's like 200 years old. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because it's amazing. I swear, if you don't enjoy the story for the first beginning, try to stick with it, because it will get better and you will enjoy it, because where I'm at, shit happens. I mean, shit. Now, before that, in Volume 6, toward the end, shit happens. And pretty much everywhere else, shit happens. Both in shit as in funny shit and shit as in fucking action. Now, volume, let's say, 2 through halfway through 5 is where shit happens. So, like I said, this is an amazing manga, and if you want to get started on reading manga, remember, it's reading from right to left and not left to right. In fact, you actually see most mangas have something that you turn the page, it's like, oh, you are reading the wrong way. Now, also, in these omnibuses, you will see a few things like, it'll give you things like this, like say, oh, here's some mangas, and it'll give you, the first two give you previews. One's from the crossover, and the other one is from another story that the original creator of this is writing. And the artist of this, I think it is a dude, because the first name for us is, or like how we treat our first names, and it says it's in the last name position. It says Tamaki. So I think that's a male name. Now, that does not mean anything for sure. So that's probably where most of the yeah, but he does it in a nice way that's not disgustingly over-sexualized. No, I'm very serious about this. This isn't manga that you should read because you're getting started on it. Another one is Fullmetal Alchemist, but if you're into vampires and werewolves especially, this is a good one. So, yeah, that's the review, and I'm gonna say this to leave you off. Adios, amigos. See you next review.